Hi, my name is Ted Jennings. I teach at the Chicago Theological Seminary. In addition to teaching courses in theology and philosophy, the last several years I've also had the pleasure of teaching courses in the New Testament. The introductory course on reading New Testament epistles, or letters, is one that I especially enjoy teaching, and I'm excited about the possibility of adding this course to the online offerings at CTS. Most of the New Testament is composed of letters. At least 7 were written by Paul, and another 6 were written in the name of Paul by his followers or his successors. So of course we'll be dealing with Paul on this course. I know that there are many preconceived notions about Paul, who is often blamed for almost everything one thinks may be wrong with Christianity. In this course, people often encounter quite a different Paul than the one they thought they knew or had heard about before. But of course there are other letters as well, 3 attributed to John, 2 to Peter, 1 each to Judas and Jacob, or Jude and James as they're more commonly known. Together we'll work through a selection of these letters in the hope of finding out what the issues and struggles were that faced early leaders and members of Christian communities. We'll discover a wide variety of early Christianities, each experimenting with different ways of being faithful to the good news that had its origin in the mission and the destiny of Jesus. Perhaps the biggest challenge in reading these texts is that we're reading other people's mail. They were written long ago by people we don't know, to other people or groups of whom we know almost nothing, in a language that isn't ours, in a culture, a society, a world almost unimaginably different from our own. How are we to bridge all these barriers to understanding what we are reading? In addition, these texts have been intercepted and read by countless generations before us, and each generation has contributed its own understanding or misunderstanding of these texts to the traditions of Christianity, so we're often better acquainted with these interpretations than we are with the texts themselves. Moreover, this tradition has so shaped the way Christianity has been understood and practiced that we have every reason to try to get a better first-hand understanding of these texts, if only to protect ourselves as well as the texts from the ways they have been manipulated in the past and have been used to manipulate others. Part of the excitement of this course comes from peeling away some of these layers of interpretation to discover the strange beauty that gleams forth from these ancient documents. In the course we will work at reading these texts as the letters they are, not as scraps of disconnected verses or themes, but as urgent and coherent messages in situations of great danger and hope. We'll attend to the multiple ways in which their writers were concerned to help build community and wonder what they might have to teach us about the challenges of sustaining genuine community or creating a new sort of society, even a more just political life. We'll consider their ways of trying to be faithful to the gospel in the midst of a hostile and decaying civilization, and wonder whether we too face similar challenges in our own world of a global empire seemingly governed by avarice and violence and a contempt for the most vulnerable. We will see what there may be to learn from them about what it might mean to be faithful together to the gospel that has its origin in Jesus of Nazareth, to be shaped in life and life in community by a shared memory and a shared hope. In the process, we just might find ourselves addressed as generations before us have by a strange and unsettling word of challenge, what they have often termed a word from God. If you want to join us in this venture of discovery, you can find more information at our website, ctschicago.edu, and then go to online. Hope we hear from you. Hope we hear from you soon.